Welcome to Coding with Sam. In this video, we will be installing Visual Studio Code as well as setting up our workspace. To review, we created an HTML document on day 1. On day 2, we added some style, some CSS. On day 3, we added some JavaScript. And day 4, we're going to take a step back from the code and we're going to work on our tools. So the number one tool that you'll be using is an editor. So to start, we've been using Notepad. Starting today, we will use another one called Visual Studio Code. This is an open source, free code editor from Microsoft. You can download it at code.visualstudio.com. A link will be in the description of the video. Once you download that and install it, the defaults for the install wizard are fine. You shouldn't have to make any changes. It'll open and it'll look like this. First thing we're going to do is set up our workspace a little bit better. Right now we have this file on the desktop. That's fine for one file. We're going to have a lot more. We're going to create a folder and we're going to name it projects. I'm going to open that and I'm going to create a new folder and call it week 1. And I'm going to take folder from the desktop, drag it into there. This folder does not need to be on your desktop. It could be somewhere else, but I'll keep it only on my desktop just for organizational purposes. So now, Visual Studio Code, go to File. You can open a file, but very shortly we're going to have a lot more than just one file. So we want to open a folder. We're going to go and actually open week 1. So now we have our folder name, week 1, and when you have file, if we click on that, we now have the same file we had over here. We have it over here. A couple of differences you notice. Something that's been happening in the coding world lately is what's called a dark theme. Notice this is black text on a white background. Kind of hurts my eyes a little bit to stare at that all day. So as a developer spending 8 hours or more staring at a computer monitor, this tends to be what most developers use nowadays. It helps with eye strain and stuff. Something else, there's code highlighting or syntax highlighting, where you can kind of more easily parse the tag name from the brackets, and the CSS is slightly different too, from the selector to the property to the value. There's even, so you say light gray here, if you hover over it, it'll even show you this is light gray, these are the RGB values. So there's a lot of little nice things to have in here that all add up to a very nice experience. There's even more things that we'll continue to go over, and I'll kind of show you and point out as we go along. Tomorrow we will be using external files for CSS and JavaScript. Thank you for watching.